Okay, today's lesson is long division of polynomials. So we're going to do plenty of examples because this one's one of the harder ones, and sometimes doesn't make sense. So here we go. So we're going to divide polynomials. So we have to first write it, and so I'm going to zoom in a little bit, okay? Because it might take some room. So we're going to divide x cubed plus 4x squared minus 16x plus 8 by x minus 2. So what we do first is we see how many times x goes into x cubed. Well, it goes in x squared times. So we just divided, right? So remember, divide. Now, just like when we do regular multiplication, now we're going to multiply. So x times x squared is x cubed. But then we also have to multiply the negative 2 times x squared, and we get minus 2x squared. So we divided, we multiplied. Now we're going to subtract. This is where it gets a little sticky, because since we're subtracting binomial, right, we have to change our signs. Because what we want here is we want the x cubes to cancel. And once we change our signs, then we can we get 6x squared. So divide, multiply, subtract, change, then we bring down. Now we're going to repeat the process all over again. So now we want to see how many times does, I'm going to erase that and rewrite it. So that was x minus 2, right? How many times does x go into 6x squared? Well, it goes in 6x times, because 6x times x is 6x squared. So we divided, now we multiply. So x times 6x is 6x squared. Negative 2 times 6x is negative 12x. So we multiplied, we subtract, and change our signs. I forgot to write bring down, but so then we've changed our signs, so we get negative 4x plus 8, and then we're going to repeat it one more time. X goes into negative 4x, negative 4 times, multiply, minus 4x plus 8, subtract, change our signs, both of those cancels, and we're done. So the answer to this is x squared plus 6x minus 4. Okay, let's do another one. So here we go. 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 37x plus 12 divided by x plus 4. X goes into 3x squared 3x squared times. So now we multiply 3x cubed plus 12x squared. We subtract, change our signs. These cancel. We get negative 10x squared minus 37x because we have to bring down. We start over. X goes into negative 10x squared, negative 10x times. So we get, when we multiply, negative 10x squared minus 40x. You notice how we always get the number we need right here? That's important. If you don't get that, then you did something wrong. Okay? We're going to subtract, change our signs. So we end up with 3x plus 12. X goes into 3x 3 times. Multiply 3x plus 12. Subtract, change our signs. We have no remainder. Our answer is 3x squared minus 10x plus 3. Alright? Okay, let's do another one. So here we go. We're going to divide 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 19x minus 42 by 2x plus 7. So 2x goes into 2x cubed, 2x times, 2x squared times. We multiply 2x. Oh, guys, I messed up. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's backtrack. Okay, so 2x goes into 2x cubed x squared times, right? See, that's how I knew I messed up, because when I multiplied, I got 4, and I couldn't get that. So this is 2x cubed plus 7x squared. We're going to subtract, change our sign. So I end up with negative 2x squared minus 19x. 2x goes into negative 2x squared, negative x times. So I get negative 2x squared minus 7x. I'm going to subtract, change my signs, and I get negative 12x minus 42. 2 goes into 12, 6 times, negative 6 times. So I get negative 12x minus 42. Cancel, no remainder. So these that we've done so far all have no remainder. Okay, and that's why at the end that you could just cancel them all out. That will change in a little bit. Alright, this would be a good time for you to pause the video, try this one by yourself, and then come back and see if you did it right. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so x squared goes to x in the fourth x squared times. So notice how I write it on top of the term that I get, okay? Just makes life a little easier. X to the fourth plus 8. Oh, okay. So it's plus 8x squared. So that goes under this guy, right? So we don't have an x cubed term, and that's okay. Just make sure you write it under its like term, okay? That's something that's very, very different on this one. So we're going to subtract, change our signs. So we get 3x cubed minus 2 minus 4x squared plus 24x, okay? X squared goes into x cubed 3x times. So 3x cubed plus 24x. So notice how I wrote it under there. Subtract, change your signs. I get negative 4x squared. This time I'm bringing down minus 32. And it goes in negative 4 times, so negative 4x squared minus 32. And so my answer is this, okay? So those are the ones without the missing terms, okay? Now we're going to do ones, I'm sorry, I said missing terms. I meant with a zero remainder. Okay, these are now non-zero remainders, all right? So let's do it again. 3x cubed plus 7x squared plus 2x plus 3 divided by x plus 1. So x goes into 3x cubed, x 3x squared times. Now I multiply. I get 3x cubed plus 3x squared. I subtract, change my sign. I get 4x squared plus 2x. X goes into 4x squared, x 4x times. So I get 4x squared plus 4x. I'm running out of room. I subtract. I change my sign. I'll go over here. I end up with negative 2x plus 3. X goes into negative 2x negative 2 times. Multiply. I get negative 2x minus 2. Subtract. Change my signs. And I end up with a remainder of 5. Now with our remainders, what we do is we're going to write what we got as our answer plus 5 over x plus 1. So that's how we write our remainders, all right? Okay, let's do it again. So 6x cubed minus 13x squared plus 12x plus 6 divided by 3x minus 2. So I get 2x squared. That's how many times that goes in there. So I get 6x cubed minus 4x squared. I'm going to subtract, change my signs, and 13, 12, 11 to 9x squared plus 12x. 3 goes into 9 3 times, so plus 3x times. So 9x squared minus 6x, subtract, change my sign. I get 18x plus 6, and 3 goes into 18 6 times. So I get 18x minus 12, subtract, change my signs. I get a nice remainder of 18. So I write that as 2x squared plus 3x plus 6 plus 18 over 3x minus 2. Alright, this one's a little bit of a longer one. So, x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus x squared plus 20x minus 10. Actually, I think I'm going to do this one down at the bottom so I have a little bit more room, alright? So, except for my thing doesn't want to move. I had the wrong mode on, that's why I didn't want to move. I'm going to have to do it over here. We'll just have to make room, okay? So, now it's crooked. I'm sorry my struggle is real, guys. Okay, there we go. So, x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus x squared plus 20x minus 10 divided by x squared minus x minus 5. Okay, x squared goes into x to the fourth, x squared times. So then I get x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 5x squared. Subtract, change my signs. I get negative 4x cubed plus 6x squared plus 20x. X squared goes in there. 6. Oh, if I look at the wrong thing. Negative 4, right? X squared goes in a negative 4x cubed negative 4x times. I ignore the negative 4x cubed. So, minus 4x cubed plus 4x squared plus 20x. I'm making sure I don't make a mistake now. Subtract, change my signs, and I end up with 2x squared. That goes away. Minus 10. X squared goes into that 2 times, right? So plus 2. So I get 2x squared minus 2x minus 10. This is still kind of a nice one because though those cancel, all we're left with is a negative 2x. So that's our remainder. And so we would write that as, I'm going to write it on the side if that's okay, x squared minus 4x plus 2 plus minus 2x over x squared minus x minus 5. Okay, so that's my lovely remainder. Alright. Now, an important thing is, when we're missing powers, we have to, fix them. So if inside our dividing thing, so here we have x to the fourth, then we're missing the x cubed term. You have to add a placeholder, and so we make that 0x. So we would write x to the fourth plus 0x cubed minus 64x squared plus 9x minus 80 and divide by x minus 8. So you just have to add a placeholder when you're missing one of the decreasing ones, okay? Other than that, we do the exact same thing. Okay, so we get x goes into x to the fourth, x cubed times. So x to the fourth minus 8x cubed. Subtract, change your signs. 8x cubed minus 64x squared. X goes into 8x cubed, 8x squared times. So then we get 8x cubed minus 64x squared. Subtract, change our signs. Both of those go away. Okay, so we just get our bring down, and we get 9x goes in there 9 times. So we get 9x minus 9 times 8 is, I'm struggling. 9 times 8, 72? Is 9 times 8, 72? Pretty sure 9 times 8 is 72. I don't know how I forgot that. Minus 72. Okay. And here we can go ahead and bring down our 80 as well. And so we get, did I forget to bring down the 9x earlier? Is that what happened? I think I forgot to bring down the 9x earlier. That's what happened. So subtract. Change your signs. And so we get negative 80 plus 72, which just gives us negative 8. So our answer is just x cubed plus 9x minus 80 minus 8 over x minus 8. Okay? Let's do another missing power one. So 12x cubed plus 4x squared. We're missing the x term, so plus 0x plus 4 divided by x plus 1. Okay, x goes into 12x cubed times 12x squared times. So we multiply 12x cubed plus 12x squared. Subtract, change our sign. We get negative 8x squared. And bring down our 0x. X goes into negative 8x squared, negative 8x times. So negative 8x squared minus 8x. Subtract, change your signs. You get 8x plus 4. X goes into 8x 8 times. So you get 8x plus 8. Subtract, change your signs. You get negative 4 as your remainder. So your answer is 12x squared minus 8x plus 8 minus 4 over x plus 1.